Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my pre-existing subscribers, welcome back to this channel. So for today's video in particular, we're going to be talking about, well, we have no idea yet, actually. You guys will know based off the title of this video and the thumbnail of this video. But I asked you guys to submit a whole bunch of questions that you have into the community post, and I was just going to review them, and whatever one that kind of jump out to me in a moment, I'm going to record. I'm going to obviously record all the questions that you guys have asked in the community post. But lo and behold, I have one specific one that's going to jump out to me in this video, and we're going to cover that in today's video. So, this is being recorded on Sunday, August 3rd at 12:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as of when I'm recording this. Again, it is Sunday, August 3rd at 12:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as and when I'm recording this video. This video is just for entertainment purposes and for educational purposes only as well. If you want to help out the channel grow, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, engaging with the content. Watching this video longer than normal really help boost the algorithm here on this YouTube channel. And when you want to be notified when I do post and upload, go into the description or the comment section below and follow my Blue Sky account and my Facebook group if you want to stay in the loop and be notified personally by me when I do go live or when I do post videos. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's begin. As you all know, I hate long intros and so do you, so I hate wasting your time. So let's get on with this. Let's figure out what some questions that you guys have submitted and let's go from there. Alright, so let's see. We have Tracy Wilson 480 who has asked the question, hi, will Ghislaine Maxwell go free and where will she go? Thank you. Okay, so that's a great question. We talked about Ghislaine Maxwell, we talked about Epstein. If you guys want to catch up and kind of watch those videos, I'll put the link to all the videos that I've covered on Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein files and everything related to Epstein and the whole thing. It will be all in the description and in the comment section below. Alright, so let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. We're going to answer her question right now. Okay, will Ghislaine Maxwell go free and where will she go? Will Ghislaine Maxwell go free and where will she go? We have here, we have the president. The president. The tower. The president and the tower and the 10 of swords reverse. So in this instance, you're asking, based on the question that you're asking, okay, what if Ghislaine Maxwell is set free, right? That's the answer? Yeah. If Ghislaine Maxwell is set free, so this is not a question that we're asking about the plausibility, but what if scenario? What if Ghislaine Maxwell is free? What if she is set free onto the streets of America again? What's going to happen? What will life look like? What will that entail? And that's what we're going to find out right now. So according to what I'm getting at the bottom of the deck here, we have in this alternate reality, in this alternate timeline, if we were to head into this future, we have the president who's going to face a major downturn. So this God forbid Ghislaine Maxwell is set free, who is a well-known predator. Everybody knows who Ghislaine Maxwell is. Like I said before in other videos, is that if he pardons or he somehow makes a deal with Maxwell, it's going to be the thing that backfires on him. It's going to backfire on this administration massively. So he obviously cannot, in any particular way, make any sort of deals with Maxwell. But obviously, Trump is going to do whatever Trump does to protect himself over, his own administration. So this could be the thing that tanked him. Like I said many times before, Donald Trump cannot control the Epstein file. That's the one thing he cannot control, and that's what scares him the most. And underneath here, we have the 10 of swords. In this alternate timeline, what happened? Well, obviously, she made a deal with the president. The president is now facing some massive problems similar to what Nixon faced. And he ended up pardoning Maxwell, at least in this instance. And here you have it, the 10 of swords, because that was part of the deal between Maxwell and Trump. And therefore, Maxwell did not betray Trump, and that was the reward. But also, it backfired on Trump because, well, first of all, everybody knows who Maxwell is, and that doesn't bode well for the American people. On the top of the deck here is it's the Queen of Cups. This is Maxwell. She's watching very closely, something keeping an eye on. on something, and this is judgment. So this could also be liberty in a way. It could also be symbolized as the American people. It could be symbolized as Harris or whatever. There is something here that has to do with not just a woman or a female, but it has to do with a collective. So this woman represents a collective or group of people who are watching very closely. This is a cup with a lid, and they're watching very closely for any possible bubbles or spills that may occur or may open. Now, one thing I'm being shown here by Spirit is to look at this here. I didn't see that there were angels first praying, but from far away, they look like claws, that if this lid opened, the claws strike and hold the lid down, right? So that's kind of like what I'm seeing here, that there is a strike and something preventing it from being open. And here you have as well is we have it the judgment. Oh, you know what? This could also be release of Epstein files, the release of accurate information, because this could be the America. This could represent the collective. I mean, remember how I said it's the collective, but the collective doesn't have to necessarily be the American people. It could be the American people in Washington, D.C. That's still a group of collective of people. And it looks like they're watching information closely, but if something starts to leak or something starts to bubble, the claws clamp down and prevent the lid from fully opening. So in this instant, in this timeline, if Maxwell is set free, they were able to some way try to minimize its effect. However, judgment, this is the media here, the people would be known. So there will be massive whistleblowers who is going to reveal information regardless. So even if Maxwell does not reveal the information, someone else is going to do her part if she cannot do her part. And here you have is the Knight of Cups reversed. This is somebody who's not slow walking. This is not somebody who has the intention to, have a political goal. This is somebody who is going to reveal stuff knowing that it could be the end for them as well. So this is somebody who's doing this out of bravery and for the goodness of others. And the next card that follows is the Ten of Pentacles reversed, which means this is not a generational curse. This is the end of a generational curse, which means that this is going to be the end of everything that's going on in terms of corruption in Washington. So this is the end of the end of that corruption. Now we do also have here as well as we have the Queen of Swords reversed, and this is again a card that symbolizes a woman who is out of control, a woman who is not in power, someone who is defeated, or someone who's submissive to whatever the universe has to offer. So what is the Queen of Swords telling us when it's reversed? It tells us that Maxwell is not in the advantage. I told you this many times, especially in the previous video with Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell. She's not in the advantage. She does not have the advantage that she thought she did. Right? Remember I said they're waving death in front of her, and no matter what choice she makes, she always ends up dead? Well, the Queen of Swords here is also indicating that. So she does not have the advantage that she thinks she has. She may think it, but she does not. And underneath here is the Seven of Cups. Delusionment, reality, getting grounded, getting the understanding of, okay, this is the reality of my nature. This is what's happening in my life. And here you have is somebody who is aware that they are not in the advantage anymore. And then here you have is the Seven of Cups. It's understanding, getting in tune with reality, understanding reality for what it is. And here you have is challenging that normalcy, challenging with the Five of Swords here. Can you break through? Can you break through the noise? Right? So what it is telling us, if Maxwell is set free, we have again, somebody who realizes that they are not in the advantage. And here you have the Seven of Cups, which tells you that she come to a realization of something. Now this is in this timeline. What if Maxwell was set free, right? This is a subscriber submitted question. This is not a prediction, but this is giving me, okay, if this were to happen, this is how it will go. That's what this video is about. And this Five of Wands here is telling us, okay, so if this was to end up being where she comes to this realization, she's going to push the boundary to what is quote-unquote considered normal, or what is quote-unquote considered allowed. And here you have is the Queen of Wands. She still ends up at the bottom. She still ends up in the disadvantage anyway. She never goes back on top. So in a way, is she set free? Her physical body could be set free, but her mental mind, her cage and her mind, her mental state would always be locked up. Anything else you want to add on this? Yeah, so she is submissive to the government. So even if she is set free, she doesn't have as much power over the government as she would like to believe. I do feel like she's being used as a ploy or as like something to distract the American people from looking from one way and forcing them to look to the other way. And here you have is troubled water. So yeah, I don't know if I would consider Maxwell to be truly free. I don't really see freedom for her, if you will. Even if that is a very loose terminology, I still don't see freedom for Maxwell. Let's see. We have my 2020 Vision deck. I haven't used this in years, clearly, because it's dated in 2020. But Spirit Angel, tell me, what are some major arcanas in terms of what happens if Maxwell is set free? Okay, so we have challenges here. The end is here, so death, like I said, there is really no way out. No matter what choice she makes, it's going to be the end for her. This is the end. The end is here, death. Like, I mean, I'm literally not making this up. This is literally in the video. And then we also have here, as well as we have the Empress. So death of an Empress. The death of a woman. Now, the Empress is represented as a woman sitting on the chair. But in this specific aspect, it's represented as honey. Sometimes offers can be just as sweet as death. And you notice how the honey is coming off here, and it's pure, it's green, I mean, it's yellow, it's beautiful, right? It looks genuine. But if you look at what's on the wooden, whatever you call that thing, that honeycomb, I guess, it's all white. It's moldy, it's gross. Just because it appears to be sweet, just because the deal is made sweet, doesn't mean the intention was sweetened too. This is the Empress. This is the end. The end, the deal is not as sweet as she may have hoped or what she may have liked. And here you have it, the fifth dimension. Right? So she extends beyond the physical. So again, the question is Maxwell going to be set free, and what would her life look like? Dead. Okay? She transitioned. I don't see a future for her. There is no future for Maxwell. On the top of the deck here, we have the Devil card, which is represented as the red hat. Now, why is this interesting? This is interesting because I'm getting an indication that if Maxwell was to end up dead and doesn't tell the truth, they're going to do it because it's going to make Trump look at, oh, look, I got rid of the pedophile like I promised they said I would. Because I'm not the pedophile. Maxwell said I wasn't. Right? So regardless, whatever the end is, whatever she decides to do, I don't see a future for her, a long-term future. I do see death for her. I don't see her being alive that long. I don't know what other tarot card readers are saying for Maxwell, and you can let me know in the comment section below if you agree or disagree, but that's all I get. So the answer is Maxwell truly free? No, she is not truly free. I don't see her being truly free. Even whether her mental state is or her physical body dies, but I don't see her long-term. Even if she's set free, I don't see it lasting. So I'm going to say no. Alright guys, and this is pretty much it. Like I said, this video can be short. It's an pre-recorded, uploaded video. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I love you. Have a great night. Until next time, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. I love you.